Alright, hey, what's up everybody? GratuitousBeatstruggles.com, and in this tutorial we are going to be talking about arpeggios. So what are arpeggios? Arpeggios are, so for example, this is a regular chord, okay? Now an arpeggio would be playing those notes in single notes, and it could be in any kind of order, and that's what makes arpeggios really cool in like music production, especially when it comes to like computer digital production. You have like delay and reverb, all those kind of effects, and it can make these arpeggios sound really cool. So again, a regular chord is like this. The arpeggio is okay, and now you can also go like, all right, so it's pretty much those notes broken up into single notes. We'll get more into it, but that's pretty much what an arpeggio is, okay? Now also, I'm going to show you how to set them up in FL Studio. So in FL Studio, it's really simple. All you do is you go to this function tab, and there you go. There is your arpeggiator, okay? That's all it is in FL Studio. But sometimes on the actual VST, so for example, let's like Nexus here, you would go ARP, and it has an ARP on there. And you can get really creative. You can use this ARP plus this ARP together. Arpeggios, very powerful. We're going to get into them, all that kind of stuff. So after that, I'm going to show you where and how to use them in your track. So I'll make like a really simple kind of beat with the arpeggios and just show you how powerful arpeggios can be in your track, okay? So that's what we're going to cover in this tutorial. So let's get into it, okay? Okay, so here we're in Nexus. I'll just start off with this piano that I have right now. And all you have to do is in FL Studio, so when you click on a VST, you're going to click on this, and if you don't see this window, just maybe click on it again, and it should pop up, okay? So here's like your channel settings, okay? We're going to go over here to the function tab, F-U-N-C, and here is Arpeggiator. So right now, when I hold down the three notes, you guys can see the chord, okay? All you have to do is click this arrow, and now when you hold down one note, nothing's gonna happen. When you hold on two notes together, you start getting that arpeggiator. You hold down three notes together, four notes together. I'm gonna hold down a lower note at the same time. So as you can hear, it's like, whoa, my music has become more full, like instantly. Now, this works with any VST. Actually, just a couple weeks back, when I first started production, I was always kind of into these arpeggios, and the reason why is because they fill up your track so fast, especially when you kind of have like that beat block. So since I have Nexus, I was always using this ARP, but when I was using like stuff like Harmor and that kind of stuff, I kind of forgot that all you have to do is go to this function tab and turn on the arpeggiator, and now you have an arpeggio. So now, for example, we have a delay here. Let's just turn this on. I'm gonna make it really drastic, just so we can really show what I'm trying to show you here. And now inside here is you can change up I guess different kind of sequences of that arpeggio. So let's go like down. So right now I'll play the up just to let you guys hear where we're at. Go the down. Okay, and the really cool thing here is you can automate this kind of stuff. So you can right click and you can create an automation clip. So like to start off, you can start with like the up one, and then halfway during like that loop, you can churn it onto here, and you can get really creative that way. Now here you kind of got like your time. So for example, right now it's going pretty fast, and I think it is tempo dependent. So we'll turn this down. Okay, 1 second. I'm just going to turn down this delay here just a little bit. It's just a little bit too much for me. And so it is tempo dependent. Like how fast you're going. Okay, but this is what the time knob is for. So you can come down here. So you can kind of set it up. So for example, just like on here, how you have like 16th, eighths, quarters, all that kind of stuff. you are able to kind of dial that in here with their numbers. So I'm gonna say like, just like, let's say 1. Here we go. Okay, and then this GAT, I'm not sure what it stands for, but it kind of gives you that little kind of plucked sound. So for example, so you can kind of hear, you get like that little plucked sound, which is cool. Here you got like the range. So as you can hear, it's just so powerful, especially when now that you add like a delay on there, it kind of fills it up even more. So again, this goes for any VST inside FL Studio. You just open up this channel settings, you go function, and you can play around with this, and you can really create some really powerful tracks. So now we're gonna get into where and how to use them in like an actual beat kind of production, okay? So I'm gonna turn off this arpeggio. I'm just gonna get a simple chord progression, something like this. So I'm gonna go C. I'll go down here. So I have C. I want that. So G sharp, D sharp. So it's gonna be like a really powerful kind of chord progression. I'm just gonna highlight these. So I'm holding down Control and highlighting, then I'm holding down Shift at the same time with Control. I highlight that, it allows me to get them both, and then I'm just gonna do this. So this is what we got right now. Okay, so really powerful already, okay? I'm just gonna get a dance kick. Sounds pretty beefy. I'll do that. I'm gonna click this little button up here, because if I don't, these kicks are gonna stop halfway through here. So we'll play now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, before we get into the arpeggio, I kind of hear something kind of cool I'd want to add in here. I'm just gonna get like a synth, so I'll find that in here. So like dance leads, just kind of German trumpet. Let's see what that sounds like. Maybe something like that. Maybe, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But I kind of got something like this in my head right now. So I'll just keep it simple, because I think that was like more than what I have here in the loop. So that's up here. So I'll go do do do. I'm gonna go like do 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 do. So right now I'm probably gonna have to change my step, but we'll check it out. So it sounds a little bit too robotic for me. So that sounds okay, except I'm kind of wanting like, I want it to be fast. So let's try and do something like this. So nope, not what I'm feeling. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so just quickly, I'm just gonna bring this over. You know, I'm just trying to fill this in so I don't kind of, you know, leave you guys hanging. This way you can see, you know, really what I'm doing, and then, you know, take it from there. So I want to add something in here to change this up, because the loop is going to kind of be too repetitive and too boring, like in the long run, if this is actually going to be a dance track, or like, you know, if it's actually going to be a production. So I'll just cut that with Control X. I'm going to paste it in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all this, and I'm going to duplicate it over. So something like that. I think there's 3 there, and here there's only 2, so I'll move this over 1. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pattern 2 in there. Let's just separate these for now. So what I'll do is I'll just go clone, and I'm gonna cut the piano out, and I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna cut okay, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna cut the kick out, because I want the kick to be pattern number 1, and I'm gonna cut the pattern out. So got pattern number 1 right here, put this in, and I'll go to pattern number 2, which is our piano, and I'll paste that in here. So 2. Okay, so there we go. So also I'll do this just so we can follow easy. So kick. So what I do is I'll just double click on pattern number 2, I hit F2, this little box comes up, I'll go like piano, and give it hit F2 again to give it that color, and then I'll just go like synth or something like that. Okay, and then again what you can do is you click here. It's a nice thing about Nexus, you click that arrow and everything is nice and organized and labeled. So this is what we got right now. Song. So what I want to do is I'm changing this up, this progression, and then I'm going to get into the actual arpeggio to show you how you can add it in and how powerful it can make your track sound. So right here I want to change it up. So maybe I'll go like I'm just guessing here, I'm not sure, so let's see what we got. So I think like that. I'll kind of hold that down, and then what I could do is maybe because sometimes if you do something like it's kind of hard to explain, but what I'm gonna do is so it's playing, and then it kind of like, if I add notes in here, it allows it to loop back nicely into this part. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to try and find 2 notes that blend really, really nice to kind of get that loop back. So I'm gonna say A sharp and D sharp here. So let's do that again. So I think I'm gonna do this. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that, but just to kind of give you an idea, you see how we changed this up so that it's not that same loop going over and over again. Like this piano, it's going over and over again, but it's kind of the foundation, it's kind of like the catchiness of the track. Here, I want to change it up so it's not so repetitive. Now, what I can do here is I am going to create a bass line quickly, but I'm not going to add it in. We're going to add the bass line in at the end, just to show you how, you know, we can create a track in really like in like 5 instruments, like not even, you know. So I'll just do this. So one sec. Sometimes when I'm doing kind of simple stuff like this, I will go to the horseshoe and I'll put it to like step, just so it's so easy to click stuff in. And I'll quantize that to get nice and full. And then same thing here, and then I'll highlight this. Okay, so I'm just going to delete or cut that. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna go bass, and hopefully we don't forget to put that in at the end of the tutorial here, because what I'm going to do is I want to show you just how powerful this track can get, you know, with a nice little quick bass line or something like that. So I'll add this in, and then I'll turn that off. And now let's get into our arps. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Okay, so as you can see, you know, everything is kind of simple. It does sound powerful. Again, it's so powerful because of the actual chord progression we've chosen. What I'm going to do is this piano chord progression, I'm just going to hit Control and C. So I copied it. I'm going to go down on my number pad. If you guys don't know the shortcuts on the number pad, check the link in the description to watch my tutorial on the power of the number pad in FL Studio. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to, one sec, this is our bass line. I'm just gonna hit right click and go clone, and let's get actually here, I'm going to clone this piano, and I'll also use this one as well afterwards. But so I'm just going to hold down Alt and the arrow key down to move that to where I want it to be. I'm just going to click this arrow. So right now I have a piano again, but this piano is going to be our ARPed, okay? Let's kind of add some effects onto it. Let's first of all turn on the arpeggio. So right now it's on 1. The GAT is, let's see what we got. So the range, let's turn that down just for now, just to kind of hear what we got. Let's go up 1. So, okay. Now let's go back to our effects. Let's turn up the low cut a little bit, a little more mix, a little more pre-delay. And let's listen to this. So we got. And then a cool thing here is you highlight all this and you paste it and you hit Control and up. So now I got 2. Like that just sounds beautiful, like, you know what I mean? So let's just add that in. And then what we can also do after this is we can clone this, put another one on, but make it like a synth. Yeah, so I'll show you what I mean here in a moment. Let's just go. So let's take these out. Add that bass line. And then add this in. Okay, I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna show you. It's just like, whoa, like our track almost isn't as full anymore. Like we're missing something, and many times it's that arpeggio that just fills it up really, really nice. So. Okay, so super powerful already. I'm just gonna add maybe one more thing in here. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that in there. Let's take out the bottom half of this, and let's just work with 1 for now. So we're just gonna cut that. So I'm gonna go piano ARP, just to give it a color, just so it's nice and easy for this tutorial. I'll paste this in here. Now let's get kind of like a synth. Like many times, what I will do sometimes is Nexus. You know, they have pretty nice arpeggios already. Sometimes I'll use an ARP and I'll use a chord, and then you can even use like an ARP off of their ARP, and you know, you can get really creative. So let's just hear what it sounds like. So too much delay and reverb, I think, for me, and we'll listen. You know, and then again, like I said, you can automate this kind of stuff. So if you want like the first part to be fast, so we can even try that, okay? I'll show you what I mean here, just so you know, I can kind of give you an example and you can kind of do your own thing with it. So I'm just going to come down here. I'm going to highlight this. And so what I would do is here on the time, if you look up here in the top left, it shows us the actual number. So I'm going to come down here to 1, and I'm going to right click and go create automation clip. So since I highlighted just the red, the automation clip creates just in the red. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to 2. If you look up in the top left corner there, so 2, right click, you go copy, okay? And I'll turn this on. Now what I'm going to do is, let's say let's just listen. So, okay, so I want actually the first part to go like slow, and then it goes like fast, and then maybe fast then slow or something like that. So let's try that out. So 1 sec, we're gonna paste this down to paste value. So I guess this is the slow. Okay, and then I'm gonna copy this one, and I'm gonna paste it here. and we're gonna go hold. Okay, so this is the slow going into the fast. So see, I'm not on the right actual thing, so I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna go horseshoe, I'm gonna go half beat, and then I can get this one. So I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna paste that in there, and then I'm going to go copy, and then I'm gonna put it on this one and go paste value. Okay, so we'll go hold. So let's see what we got. So that sounds pretty cool. I'm not too sure if I like the actual sound that we have at the moment. Let's try something like, let's get like something like this, and we'll go up higher. So let's go up higher. Let's get a little more, or a little less feedback, mix it in a lot more, and let's see what we got. Turn on the cut off a little bit. Okay, so this is our track. You know, and personally, I still feel that there's, you know, some things kind of missing in there. You know, you got kind of like, I think I would create some kind of counter melodies to complement what's going on. Now, to finish this off, let's just kind of get like a hat. I'll go cymbals, and our hi-hats are in there. So I'm going to go, that one will be, let's just call it ARP, just for simplicity. And let's take this, put on every 2, and let's add hats in there. Okay, so we'll go hats. Let's get like a clap. Let's just say those 2. So I'll go like these 2, that one, or even something like this. Let's see what we got. And then, you know, you can create like a little quick percussion loop. So what I'm thinking here is I'm just gonna, I don't even know what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna add that in there. I'm gonna add this in for that clap to kind of give it like that rocky feeling. Maybe a little more swing just to kind of really spice it up. And something like that. And then maybe something like that. So simple percussion loop, perk loop, and here I didn't get the claps, so we'll go claps, or clap, good enough. And so this is what we got so far. So let's try and do something like this. Okay, so even as you can hear, those just add tons into it. So let's kind of, what I'm gonna do, I'll do a little quick arrangement with you guys here too. So let's just, what I do is, okay, first of all, what's important for me, as I click this horseshoe, I will either go like half beat, beat, or bar. Usually like bar, just because it's so easy to move your notes around and you're not gonna overlap. I'll go beat maybe, just so I can have a little more flexibility. So I highlight it all, hold on control, take it all, hold on shift, and now I can duplicate. Now by doing it like this, now look how easy it is to build a little intro. So I would maybe do something like this, or let's take maybe something like this. Now I feel like that's too much for the intro already. Let's try. Nope. Okay, so now I feel we need a little intro in there. Let's try and finish this off. So I was just gonna get like a crash. Okay, so let's do this. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Cymbals are usually pretty loud. Oops, so I just hold on shift and click, and that's just, again, the duplicate stuff. I'm gonna go make unique. Double click on that. I'm gonna go reverse, that one, not the reverse polarity. Put that here. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on Alt now, and I can get that fine tuning. So let's see what we got here. So let's turn these down just a little bit more. And we can also maybe create just a little upriser just to kind of show you how I would do that. So I'm just going to highlight all that. I will open up Harmor. So let's just go, one sec. Just Harmor here. Sorry, it's on my other window. Okay, so what I would do is, right now Harmor is going to be really loud. So let's just make something really, really quick. I don't know. Okay, so let's just leave it at that. Maybe a little bit of chorus in there, and let's go to our effects, some distortion, you know, just nice and quick. Okay, so let's add a little bit of delay on there. Actually, let's add quite a lot of delay. So this is our volume. A little bit of feedback, and the reverb, just a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, see, since I already highlighted that, I'm just going to right click, let's go from low to high. So I'm gonna put that all the way down on the pitch. Gonna go create automation clip. So here's our automation clip. Right now I don't even have a note for it, but I'm just gonna put it up and do something like this. And so I'm gonna come over here to unsorted. So right above we have our perk loop. So I'll just go F2, go SFX, give it a color, come in here, right click, go piano roll, and let's just go C. Something nice and simple. Okay, and even something, let's start it back here a little bit. So we'll make that a little longer. And same thing here. So we'll do that. And let's just see how it sounds. So this is it. Okay, so something like that. We just made a little intro, we did a little bring in. Those crashes are really, really powerful. You know, what we could even do there, because I kind of found like, you know, it just didn't cut it. You know, it probably needs more instruments and maybe even faster hats or something like that. So let's even try faster hats. Just really, really quickly. So I'll just add all these in here. And we will add these in, so. Okay, so let's have that on for like 8 bars, and then from there, you know, again, you can do this thing for an outro into like your verses. So I'm just kind of going on here, but you know, I feel that might be good learning for you guys, so I'll just kind of keep doing that. So. You know, and then what you could do is like, say, I would maybe like stop like that, and then maybe add the clap and the perk loop in or something like that. Again, I'm holding down Control and Shift to, you know, so for example, if I highlight one with Control, and then I want to do the second one, I hold down Control and Shift now, and I can get both of them. Then I hold down Shift, and it gives me that duplicate. Okay, so let's try this again. Yeah, it didn't cut it, but as you can see, like what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it not the same. I'm trying to build it up to something kind of powerful. But anyway, so that's kind of going off topic of you know, the power of your arpeggios. But pretty much all it is, or well actually, okay, so everything that we covered in this tutorial was, first of all, okay, so a regular chord, we don't want hats, we'll take a piano. So I'll do this. So, you know, a regular chord is like this. I think it's called like a block chord. So I'll go down a little bit. Okay, so that's like a block chord. And then here, that's pretty much all it's doing. So if we come down here to this one, which is the arp, you know, as you can see the arrows on, if you hold down all of them. So that's pretty much what it's doing. If we open up the piano roll, we go. It's not showing us the individual notes. But anyway, so that's pretty much what it's doing. So it's pretty much just doing this. You know, and then like the more notes that you hold down, like the longer it gets, and sometimes like the more beautiful it kind of sounds, stuff like that. Once you kind of get into art, like synths, if you get like a synth, you can kind of make really cool sounds. So you know, like, so for example, let's just take this bass square and let's get like a synth just really quickly, dance lead, and let's choose something like this. And I think the arp is already on, so like. So again, you know, you kind of get like that beautiful kind of sound. That's pretty much arpeggios. They're very powerful. If you guys kind of get beat block, you know, turn to arpeggio, try it out, and you'll be like, wow, it's already sounding full. Sometimes what you can do is you can create an arpeggio, you can pan it far left, you can create another arpeggio, pan it far right, you know, making like, and they're playing like the same note, but change up the instruments, and that could be really cool as well. So I hope this tutorial helps you out. I'm GratuiTous, this is Beatstruggles.com. This is, you know, what are arpeggios, how do you use them, all that kind of stuff. If you guys have any questions, just head over to the Beatstruggles forums. So that's beatstruggles.com/forums. I'd be very happy to answer your questions personally. Also, if you guys are interested in very high quality sound kits, hop over to soundpackflyer.com, home of industry kits at extreme discounts. So again, hopefully this video helps you out, and I'll talk to you guys later.